As the floor moderator today for the Congressional Black Caucus Special Order Hour, I have to add that it is more important than ever that we put the money where our mouth is. For the past 8 years, we have lived in a cloud of corporate misdeeds, backroom dealings, and extreme tax cuts that have only benefited the wealthiest people in this nation. Due to the Bush administration's lack of government oversight, intervention, and inattention, we now face the toughest economy in our lifetime. Such neglect and inattention have led to this storm called a housing crisis, a collapse of the stock market, and rising health care costs that leaves most Americans in a state of shock. In 2008, nearly 4 million jobs were lost across the nation. In February of this year, the greater Cleveland area unemployment rate was at a staggering 10.2%. The overall African American employment rate is even greater, currently over 13%. In these dire times, something must be done to help our nation and our people get back on their feet. The best way to address these issues and illustrate our desire to better the lives of so many Americans is with our budget priorities for the upcoming fiscal year. I want to thank President Obama for his thoughtful budget that signals a new era of responsibility. I want to applaud his attention to our nation's most urgent needs: job training and job creation, health care and education. I would like to thank him for the particular attention that this budget gives to the mental health needs of our veterans. Finally, I applaud this administration for paying attention to those that need us the most: our children and our elderly. As the former mayor of Warrensville Heights, Ohio, and on behalf of all mayors and all local leaders, I want to focus on the administration's full funding of community development block grants. The fiscal year 2010 budget provides $4.5 billion to fully fund this program. As legislators, our number one priority is to get ourselves out of this current economic crisis. To accomplish this, we must look to programs that help improve and grow our economy. Historically, for every $1 of funding through Community Development Block Grant, nearly $3 is leveraged for economic development projects. When a city needs a grocery store or more affordable housing, this block grant funding is utilized and helps build neighborhoods. This is one of the few programs where the money goes directly to the locality. It does not get tied up in state government or federal affairs. The money immediately goes to the areas where local leaders can help expand economic opportunities for their local citizens. In Cleveland, Community Development Block Grant dollars have gone to assist our Housing Trust Fund. Every dollar of investment leverages $5 of private investment. In 2008, Housing Trust Fund funds were committed to projects that supported nearly 700 energy-efficient housing units. This money has also gone to combat foreclosure. CDBG funds are the principal source of funds for supporting a range of activity to respond to the aftermath of foreclosures. This year, block grants can provide $300,000 for anti-predatory lending programs administered by Cleveland's Department of Consumer Affairs and other nonprofit agencies, over $400,000 for code enforcement, and almost $900,000 for nuisance abatement and land reutilization on properties that are either vacant or have been through foreclosure. Community Development Block Grant dollars will help with housing services for low or moderate income families. These funds are a critical source of assistance for seniors and low-income families with funding to repair their homes. This year, over $2.2 million is expected to be used for home repair assistance from these funds. This grant will also help community-based organizations. Approximately $8 million supports a network of organizations that provide housing services, neighborhood safety programs, and community outreach. Finally, CDBG funding will help citywide services, housing and financial services such as foreclosure counseling, home ownership counseling, landlord-tenant counseling, and fair housing assistance. The funds also support nonprofits that offer social services such as educational programming for youth and food programs for our seniors and low-income families.